Hello everyone, welcome to Criterion Connection. I'm Wade.
And I'm Joe.
And this week we are doing a recent acquired movie. It's coming out on Blu-ray, I believe this week or next week. I don't have my notes with me. It is Funny Games from 1997, directed by Michael Haneke.
I think it's Haneke or Hanukkah. I don't know.
It's not.
It's
German.
It's like a German Austrian name.
Yeah. Yeah, and this is not the remake, which was made 10 years later with Naomi Watts and Tim Roth, the same director. So this is a foreign film. There's no fun in this. There's games, but it's not funny. Mm-hmm. Well, to them it's funny, not to us. I know that's.
Are you sure?
I know that's the point. Well, maybe to a psychotic person it's funny.
I mean, I didn't see him really laugh.
Yeah. So what do you think about the movie?
Well, I had seen the remake before seeing this. And for those who are wondering if there's any differences, I didn't spot too many. They're relatively similar.
I've never seen the remake, so I watched one on YouTube, and there's a shot-by-shot comparison. There's a lot of the same shots.
Yeah, a lot of the stuff is very, very similar.
Yeah.
Shit, sorry, dude.
It's all good.
God damn.
So we follow this family coming back from canoeing.
No.
Kayaking.
No.
They
wrong.
They had a kayak in the back of their truck.
It's not a kayak.
What is it?
It's a sailboat.
Oh my gosh.
And they did not go out sailboating until the end of the movie.
I know that. I'm just saying, where did they come from? They're just driving out and they just had that attached to them?
It's a vacation house.
Oh, that's true. Oh, that's fun.
They're a high-class family, and they have their own vacation house, and they know all the people in the neighborhood. And it's along this lake, and they're bringing their sailboat up. And they're going to spend a couple weeks there to unwind, hang out with their other bourgeoisie friends.
Yeah.
And basically just chill out.
Chillax, as the kids say.
Yeah. And then as they're driving up, they see their friends, and they ask them for a little bit of help, saying, hey, how's everybody doing, blah, blah, blah. And then they see those two kids with them. They're like older teenager, young 20s.
Yeah.
And they just continue on, and as if, this is going to be a normal vacation.
It isn't.
It's not a normal vacation.
Then one of them needs eggs, and he's a clumsy one, and the clumsy one...
Yeah, he drops them, leaving the door.
Breaks the phone.
Then he breaks the phone, asking for more eggs.
Yeah.
And this is where things start kind of going a little off kilter. Because you have your normal unpacking of everything, and they meet one of the kids helping them launch the boat. But it's in the kitchen where things start turning, and they're really imposing, especially upon the wife, and they ask to borrow 4 eggs, immediately smash them, ask to borrow another 4, then drops their cell phone in the water, and then drops the other 4 eggs outside because of the dog, supposedly. And it's this point really grating on her and wearing out their welcome. And then the father comes in, she's telling him that he needs to throw the kids out and not, she has a reason, obviously, that she doesn't need to justify herself in front of them. And that's when things turn.
Yeah, and then the one character goes golfing, and, yeah.
Well, he tests out the golf club.
Yeah. And then just the funny games ensue. They kill a child. They supposedly kill a dog.
You skip a lot of stuff in your spoilery review there.
Sorry. I'm just warning you. It gets real dark.
The movie, I'm pretty sure it has a low reception because of just kind of the bleakness of the scenes, because this is essentially these two kids torture this family.
Yeah.
And it's for a long period of time. That entire day. And in fact,
this is not like The Ref.
There's a point where Paul, or I think he goes by Jerry at one point, like they never call each other the same name too often. Like they just keep changing them. Paul and Peter, Tom, Jerry, and he turns to the camera, the leader of the bunch, and he says, "Do you think they'll make it till 9 a.m.?"
No,
and he and so he breaks the fourth wall all the time, which is one of the really interesting aspects of the film that most people latch on to, because the torture stuff is a little bit much.
Yeah. You need it. You need it. And then just leads to, like, the kid escapes and...
runs to the neighbors.
Yeah, and who are not there.
Because they have been tortured and killed.
Yes. And they realize,
Supposedly,
I get it now. And then, like... And then, like, the kid gets a gun.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, the kid doesn't know how to fire a gun because it's not loaded. And then, he gets... Yeah.
But he gets brought back.
He gets brought back, and...
Then they do, like, a eeny, meeny, miny, mo kind of game. And then you just... The thing with this film is the violence isn't totally on... Like, it's not on screen, really. Yeah. Most of the violence happens off screen.
Yeah.
And it's suggested. And I think...
Which is worse.
Yeah, that's where it gets its kind of... I'll call it a squirm factor for the audience, because it makes you go, ugh.
Yeah.
You know, like when earlier on when they tell the wife to undress, you know, things like that, and it's just kind of enough to get your skin crawling, but not like overtly violent, like they like to do in movies nowadays. Like, it's not quite past where like Hostel was,
yeah,
but it's just enough to get under your skin.
Yeah.
And like even after the fact, like when about an hour in, the boy gets shot.
Georgie,
yeah, he gets shot, and it's just this long holding shot of the wife, and you think the husband's dead because you only see his legs, but he's not. And it just holds there, and it doesn't show you everything, but you can just kind of piece everything together.
Yeah.
Especially when the husband, you know, lets out like a grieving wail later, and the wife closes the door to that room when they leave, and then she ends up vomiting, just because of how horrendous the situation is. It's not a coddling kind of movie.
No.
Yeah.
I feel bad for the actors. They're like, they look like they're going through hell, literally.
Yeah, the wife in this film really like wears what her character is going through on her face, and it can be hard to watch sometimes.
And then the movie pulls a sneaky on you.
Yeah, because they leave.
With the shotgun part.
Oh, well, they leave. The boys leave, and the family thinks they're like, okay. You know, the father's like, I'm going to stay here, and I think his idea is that he'll defend the house if they come back.
Even though he has one leg.
Yeah, and then she's to run off and get help. And he's there also trying to get the phone working again. And you think they're gone, because it spends like 30 minutes after they had left with them being completely out of the picture.
Yeah.
And then they just show right back up right before, like in the morning, like 6 o'clock in the morning or something, or 7 o'clock in the morning, to come and finish off this family. They recaptured the wife. And then the scene you're talking about, again, is playing with that fourth wall where things don't go the way the evil guys want it to go.
Yeah.
And she shoots one of them. And then the guy's like, where's the remote? And he grabs it and rewinds the movie back to where he can stop her.
Yeah.
And then he shoots the dad. And it's a really bleak movie. But I could see where what the director was going for.
Yeah. If this movie had... This has like a unique direction to it, like the fat and rewind thing, the fourth wall thing. If it didn't have that...
And they just keep going from one house to the next.
If it didn't have that, it would be awful. It would just be sallow. It would just be miserable.
It
still is miserable.
Proto torture porn kind of horror film, and that's not like, if you read up on it, it's not what he really intended. It's a statement. It's a very artistic and bleak statement, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lock your doors. Don't give eggs to strangers.
Especially when they break them.
Yeah. If they break eggs, they break your trust. Anyway, buy, rent, or skip, Joe. Or stream. I guess rent would be stream as well. On the Criterion channel.
I think the movie... Man, this is so hard, because I want it... Like, personally, I would buy it. Because, it's not something I would watch every day, though. So I'll say it's a rent.
I'd say rent, stream, whatever, because you got to be in the mood to watch this. I mean, if you like the movie, buy it, because I'm pretty sure that there's probably a lot of supplements to buy.
Yeah, that's what I'm really interested in.
But if it gets it's like watchability, it's a good one for maybe a two for. I don't know. It's kind of like you gotta be in the mood.
It can wear you out.
Yeah,
it's one of those movies.
It's a good movie that once you see it, you can probably fast forward to your favorite part.
What?
You can fast forward to I really like how the shot is done or whatever.
I mean, the only thing I can think of is if you're fast forwarding to do shot by shot comparison.
We should do a remake of this, like a parody movie.
What are you talking about, a remake?
We should do a parody.
They did that already.
We should do a parody movie where we get a family and we just say terrible, terrible jokes and they can't leave. It's called Punny Games. I'm gonna leave. Anyway, you can, that's it for this episode, I guess. I have nothing else to say, do you?
I don't have anything.
He's speechless. You can follow us on Twitter at MinCondishMCP, Instagram, Condish Productions, blah, blah. Hit subscribe. Comment below suggestions and stuff like that, especially because episode 100 is next month. Mm-hmm. It is June 19th, 18th, 19th, around there. That is our 100th episode. We have ideas, but we also take suggestions. It's got to be a big one. It's got to be a good one. One that the masses would be like, yes, to. Let us know in the comment section. Hit the bell, subscribe, share the video so you can spread this to everyone. Spread that terrible joke I did to everyone. Spread this freshly cut Joe and freshly shaven Wade to the masses. And
please let me know how to, I can't ever get a solid pronunciation on the director's name.
Yes.
I really can't. So could somebody tell me how that's pronounced? Because I feel really bad. I know I butchered it.
Yes.
So.
And also a little correction that someone pointed out last week. Thank you for a comment on this. But Francis Ford Coppola does have a Criterion movie.
Really?
Rumblefish.
Oh, okay.
So thank you for calling that out.
I'll have to check that out then.
There's a lot of movies on the Criterion collection. I don't know.
Sorry we missed it.
I don't know. So next week we're going to do a special one. We're going to do an early review for a movie that's Criterion's releasing on Blu-ray at the end of the month. It's a David Lynch film called Blue Velvet. So get ready for that one. It's going to be a fun one.
It's a heck of a twofer this month.
Yeah.
Funny Games and then Blue Velvet.
Yeah.
We're very cheery this month.
Well, let's find you know what? At the end of the month, let's do a kids film, Watership Down.
Sure.
Let's make this the most depressing May ever. So until next time, I'm Wade.
I'm still Joe.
And we will see you later.